Hi, and welcome to the HCD Research poster sessions for EuroSense. My name is Michelle Nigella, VP of Research and Innovation at HCD Research. And we actually had a lot of posters for EuroSense this year, 5 different posters. We had brand harmony, DIY consumer neuroscience tools, Max Implicit for consumer technical models, behavioral approaches for innovation, and a mood mapping methodology for comparing marketing versus the product experience using neuroscience. So the thing about having too many posters is that it can get really difficult to interact on all of them at the same time on a virtual conference platform. There's also no chat box for these messages, so it was hard to interact with people who were visiting. And my understanding is that some people were having some difficulty downloading the posters. So if you missed our session or had any trouble getting in contact with myself or downloading the posters, you can still find us by visiting our website at www.hcdi.net. You can tweet with us at HCD Neuroscience. You can link with us on LinkedIn. You can catch our YouTube channel, or you can email me directly at michelle.nigella@hcdi.net. In this poster for EuroSense 2020, I'm going to talk about a little more about disruptive innovation, or how to really get a seat at the table for sensory. My name is Michelle Nigella, PhD in Behavioral Neuroscience and VP of Research and Innovation at HCD Research. The key takeaway of this is that behavioral approaches really are key to truly disruptive innovation in the market and really getting the best and better understanding of consumer perceptions and behaviors. So what is disruptive innovation? Well, it is a way to innovate that creates a new market or product, really disrupting what's already there and the leading products. And traditionally, this is used very traditional market research tools and consumer research tools using surveys and very cognitive approaches. However, there's a really high failure rate of new products in the market. And it seems clear that a new way of doing things, better innovation in research methods, is really needed to truly uncover needs and meet those product needs with true innovation. To identify those needs, disrupt current behaviors, and innovate some new products. In order to do that, it's very important to understand habits. Habits themselves are really what make up everything we do in our day-to-day lives. Habits consist of cues, routines, and rewards. Cues are the things that really trigger us to perform different routines and habits. It's when we see something that says, hey, you really need to make a cup of coffee, right? The routine itself is what we do, how we make that cup of coffee, which cup do we use? And then the reward is how we feel after we use the product. Perhaps we feel awake, perhaps we feel warm. And sensory research can really help identify the key signals for influencing the cues, routines, and rewards that ultimately drive our behaviors and drive our behavior change. In order to understand these habits, which ultimately lead up to our lifestyles and the products that we include in our lives, it's important to be able to uncover the need gap. To do that, we use a two-sided approach. One is looking at consumer expectations through Max Diff to really get at the consumer needs. Then we use implicit association to get the consumer perceptions. Once we get that, we're able to identify the need gaps and the certainty with which people feel these different perceptions and needs. From there, we're able to develop nudges to really drive specific behaviors with the idea that if you can drive first the experience, really shape that experience, you can change their state of mind, consumer state of mind, which ultimately leads to a behavior change, potentially for a new routine towards a new product. And sensory is really in a unique position to be able to affect real change and real understanding of the consumer experience. Creating pipelines of disruptive innovative products requires building consumer buy-in based on understanding consumers' perceptions, needs, and habits. By being able to make real behavior change and perceptual change, you can really drive consumer innovation and build a consumer technical model. That gives consumers the reason to believe in your product by addressing their real perceptions and their real needs. If you'd like to hear more about how this works, please feel free to reach out to me, michelle.magella@hcdi.net.